Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be giving my match predictions, yes, for week 3 Premier League fixtures. And I'm telling you, I think we're in for some thrilling games. We got some massive games coming up. We got Manchester United versus Liverpool, two of the biggest sides in English football competing with one another. But isn't the usual way they've been competing for Premier League titles? One 20th in the Premier League table, and the other one is currently 13th or 14th right now. So let's see what's going to happen between these two sides. We also saw other thrilling contest between Leeds versus Chelsea. We know there's been a rivalry brewing between these two sides in the last few decades or so. We got other teams playing against each other. Newcastle versus Manchester City at St James's Park. We know the Newcastle fans, faithful, will be up for this contest. So honestly, we've got so many thrilling games, and let's see what's going to happen. If it's anything like last weekend we just saw between Chelsea versus Tottenham, we saw Conte and Tuchel pushing on the touchline. We also saw Manchester United getting battered by Brentford 4-0. If we get as many goals, as many thrills, I'm sure we're going to be leaving this weekend very, very happy. However, before going this video and give my predictions, you know what I'm going to say. Make sure you guys like, comment, and hit that big subscribe button right there. So the first game I'm going to be predicting, yes, it's obvious, it is Manchester United versus Liverpool. 39 league titles combined between these two sides facing off at Old Trafford. But even through this hype, even through all these rewards and their reputation, we know what it is. Right now, it isn't where it once was. We got the 20th side versus the 13th or 14th side in the Premier League right now. And especially Manchester United, they desperately need the 3 points if they have any hope to get the confidence from rock bottom to some sort of medium right now. Because right now, it is an all-time low. Getting battered, obliterated, embarrassed by Brentford last weekend, 4-0, losing to Brighton at Old Trafford 2-1 against mid-table sides. If it's Manchester City or Liverpool, that's one thing, but these two sides, it should not be happening. So what makes you think if you can't beat them, or at least contest with those sides, that you're going to be facing and beating Liverpool this Monday? And these are the same Manchester United players who don't really run, don't really have the desire, don't really have the determination to get around the pitch to close gaps down. This is the exact same Manchester United side who conceded 13 goals in their last 3 fixtures against Liverpool, and that's including 9 at Old Trafford in their last 2 games. So honestly, right now, it's not looking good, jolly at all for Manchester United, and they have no hope going into this game. And I know it's a big game, and people love to say, oh, when it's a big game, form goes out the window, etc., etc. But we know when it comes to Liverpool, Manchester United have not been able to win in their last few fixtures or so when it comes to important games. So going into this game is going to be very interesting to see how Ten Hag can motivate his players to ensure that they can potentially pick up result. And not only is their confidence at all-time low, tactically, they're just inept right now. We don't know how they're going to set up, because we just saw against Brentford them trying to play out from the back, but they just got pressured by Brentford, who are not really known for their pressing style. So just imagine if Liverpool press Manchester United, one of the best pressing teams across the whole of Europe. They're going to be getting so much joy. So this must mean Ten Hag must resort to a 3 at the back. But then if he does that, he is sending mixed signals to the Manchester United players of how he really wants to play. So either he sticks to his tactics and gets battered, or twists and sets up differently, sending mixed messages which will not bode well for the rest of the season. And I know as a Liverpool fan that I shouldn't really be speaking. My confidence isn't at all-time high in this game, but we're versing Manchester United. It's not like we're versing a very good team at this moment. Their confidence is way lower than ours, and I feel like the 2 draws we have just suffered, it's been isolated incidents. The first game against Fulham, we know when a newly promoted side plays against a very good side, they get up for it, especially at home. And the second game, we were missing Thiago, and Nunes did get a red card. It is true and it's clear that Nunes is going to be missing the game against Manchester United at Old Trafford, so his burst of pace in behind to literally take advantage of Maguire and Martinez will be a miss, and Thiago dictating play, dictating tempo, he's not going to be there. On our midfield is going to look average at best, but at the end of the day, we're going to beat Manchester United. Salah has had a phenomenal goal scoring record against Manchester United, especially at Old Trafford in his last few fixtures. Diaz, I feel like going forward, he just showed his brilliance yet again against Crystal Palace with his solo goal. Him against Dalot or whoever they played there, come on, that's a one-on-one matchup made in heaven. And although right now Liverpool do not have a clear distinct number 9, and that's going to be a worry, I just feel like Manchester United fans are just going to be one goal away from being in tears is and putting so much pressure on the Manchester United players because they're already sick of this season already. The Manchester United players will feel nervous, they'll feel tense, they're going to have anxiety, they're not going to be playing with confidence, and as soon as Liverpool get that first goal, the Manchester United fans are going to turn on them, rightfully so, and how on earth are they going to get back in this game? So in this game, I'm going to be predicting a 3-1 victory for Liverpool. I would have went higher, but we got key injuries and we haven't started the season well. So the next game I'm going to be predicting is Bournemouth versus Arsenal, and what an opportunity, what a chance for Arsenal to beat Bournemouth, to continue their momentum, continue their winning ways, so they can go top of the Premier League table yet again, having 9 points, a perfect record. And going into this game, Arsenal fans have a right to be cocky, or at least optimistic. I feel like right now they have a clear, distinct identity with the way they want to play, and Mikel Arteta has really been drilling it into the players' heads, and they have been performing and excelling right off the bat this season. Going against Bournemouth, I feel like Arsenal do tend to struggle against teams who sit in a low block and are organised. I know they do win 1-0 or 2-0, but I feel like right now, the way they've been playing, it could potentially be more against Bournemouth. I feel like the way Zinchenko has been tucking into the midfield to create that overload, to provide more dominance within the midfield battle against opposition teams. The way Xhaka has been playing as a number 8, borrowing on forward, almost reminiscent of Ramsey going late into the box to try get goals like Xhaka did in his last game against Leicester City. The way other players like Martinelli has been forming triangles with those two players as well. It has provided different options, different threats for oppositions to fear, because once upon a time it used to be Saka or Tierney and Boss, but now it feels like they're playing much more as a team, much more fluid, and these little 1-2s in and around the box has been causing havoc for oppositions to deal with. I know Bournemouth in their first game against Aston Villa played well, were disciplined, were organised, were able to defend and counter with speed when they needed to, but I just feel like Arsenal are on a different level compared to Aston Villa, and Arsenal's striker right now, their main man, Gabriel Jesus, he's been on fire. 2 goals and 2 assists in his debut at home at the Emirates. I feel like he'll go strength to strength. And just like I said, Odegaard and Saka, they haven't been performing well yet. So it's only a matter of time until these two start to join the party and start gelling with the other players in and around the team as well. So going in this game, I feel like Arsenal will dominate possession. I feel like they will be overwhelming. I'm going to go for a modest 2-0 victory away from home. So the next game I'm going to be predicting is Tottenham Hotspur versus Wolves at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And stylistically, I'll be honest, it doesn't look like the most thrilling or entertaining game, because we know both teams are much better when they set up on a counter-attacking style of football. But going in this game, I feel like it's going to be an interesting test, an exciting test for Tottenham fans, to see how Antonio Conte can adapt his team to ensure that they can be on the front foot to destroy low blocks. I feel like last season we saw at times Tottenham struggle to do this. We saw against Burnley losing 1-0. We also saw against other teams as well. They weren't able to play fluid enough football, be able to play 1-2s in and around the box against an opposition which like to sit back, soak up the pressure, soak up the attacks so they can counter themselves. We know Tottenham are more suited to counter-attacking football, with Kane dropping in and launching the balls over the top for Son or Kulusevski. But at the end of the game, against a Wolves side who are rigid, structured and disciplined, who are going to be playing 5 at the back, this is going to be very difficult since there's not going to be that much space in behind. So Bentancur, let's see how good you really are on the ball. Let's see if you're going to be able to dictate play, provide those penetrating passes into Kane or Son in and around the box so they can create chances and score themselves. Because sometimes it feels like Tottenham's build-up play when there's against a low block is quite slow, quite lethargic, and allows the opposition to go back within their original shape. I feel like Wolves, obviously they always do play a 5 at the back, but they'll be even more suited to play a 5 at the back against Spurs, because we know that Spurs' main source of creating chances if it ain't Harry Kane. So I feel like Wolves will be comfortable at times within this game, but still at the end of the day, I think Tottenham will win. I know it's a boring prediction, but the thing I saw last weekend is very telling of Tottenham. I feel like it's not the same old Tottenham side we've seen in the past, being quite flimsy, weak, a team you can bully. I feel like they have the mental toughness now to stay in games, can be patient at times, and not let the occasion literally dictate their play. I feel like the way they were able to get that last minute equaliser against Chelsea, although they celebrated as if they won, I feel like it's going to do their confidence a world of good. And going in this game, I think they'll be able just about to defeat a resilient Wolves side. Wolves have only scored 1 goal all season, obviously against Leeds, who aren't the best defensively, and drew 0-0 to Fulham, who we know have not much Premier League experience at the centre-back position as well. So going this game, I feel like Tottenham will not have that much to worry about on their counter-attack, because Wolves, we have known for years, aren't great when it comes to finishing. So I think Tottenham will win. Mental toughness, the quality they do have within the front three, they should be able to muster at least one chance to score and win the game. I'm going to be predicting a 2-0 victory for Tottenham at home. So the next game I'm going to be predicting is Leeds versus Chelsea, and this is going to be one of the games of the weekend, because we know there's a rivalry between these two sides. And going in this game, although we know Chelsea are competing for a Champions League spot and Leeds do not want to be near the relegation zone, I feel like there is quite a lot of similarities if you really think about it. The last game we just saw with those two sides, they both had a lead which they weren't able to capitalise upon because they conceded late. The first game, they were able to win by a 1-goal margin. So both teams obviously copying each other right now. Maybe they will draw this game. But going this game, honestly, Chelsea, I know they played extremely well. They dominated Spurs. They played amazing. They literally ran the show. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm going to say. You can create as many chances as you want. You can create as many opportunities, so many openings. But if you ain't going to put the ball in the back of the net, what is the point? And that's what happened against Tottenham Hotspur. Havertz, Sterling, even Mount weren't able to put the ball in the back of the net. And these weren't any ordinary chances. Havertz basically had an open goal. Sterling basically had a 1-on-1. These are chances they should be putting away. So Leeds should really be looking at this and thinking, no matter how well Chelsea play, they will always give us a chance and an opportunity to stick in this game and potentially snatch points like Spurs did last weekend. And it's not like Leeds are some slouches. It's not like Leeds aren't a great side, because we've seen in the first 2 games, they look very promising. Rodrigo's leading the line, taking the mantle as the main man ever since Rafinha's left, scoring 3 goals in his first 2 games. James obviously playing that wingman role with his pace and intensity as well. I feel like their pace and ability, especially on the counter-attack, may cause Chelsea problems, especially with their aged back 5. But at the end of the day, I don't know if I can bet on Leeds to win. I still feel like Leeds have lapses of concentration, which Jesse Marsch has still yet to be able to iron out yet. So I feel like they will not be able to win. But at the same time, I don't know if I can predict Chelsea to win, because I don't know if they'll be able to score the all-important chances when they create. So going in this game, I think it's going to be one of the games of the weekend. An intense rivalry. The fans are going to be up for it at Ellen Road. We know they're going to be chaotic. It's going to be an intense environment for the Chelsea players to deal with. I'm going to be predicting a 2-2 high-scoring draw between the two sides. So the last game I'm going to be predicting is Newcastle versus Manchester City. And I'm looking very forward to this and hoping for a Newcastle win. Going in this game, Manchester City, wow. They look fantastic. They look phenomenal. Haaland just feels like he has slipped in, fitted right in seamlessly, fitted like a glove the way he was able to play against Bournemouth. Despite not having that many touches of the ball, he was able to be impactful when he did get the ball, creating that chance for Gundogan to put the ball in the back of the net. So at the end of the day, Manchester City do look scary. They have so many quality players. Kevin De Bruyne, Gundogan has been stepping up, and he's been one of the best players Man City have had in the last few years or so. When a player like Bernardo Silva has his head turned, Gundogan sees this as a great opportunity to put himself in the side and, you know what, create chances, get goals, be impactful. But going this game against Newcastle, it's not going to be easy, and it might be Manchester City's hardest test yet. We know Newcastle have been able to accumulate 4 points in their last 2 games, obviously at the beginning of the season. And I feel like their starting 11 is very strong, and any side going up against them, they should be worried or at least concerned. We know Dan Burn, Trippier, like I keep saying, have provided defensive stability. Eddie Howe has been able to provide a foundation for them to build upon when it comes to keeping clean sheets. We know in their first 2 games, they are still yet to concede a goal. Obviously against Manchester City, this will probably be changed. But as of right now, defensively, they look strong and stout. We know in the midfield battle of Joe Linton and Joe Willock, I feel like this is a great combination because they run tirelessly, they work hard, they really put a shift in, and I feel like they'll cover ground to at least put some pressure on players like Kevin De Bruyne and Gundogan when they try to dictate play and create chances. And going forward, St. Maximin, we know on his day, he can cause anyone trouble, no matter how good Kyle Walker is as a right back. But at the end of the day, I don't think I can bet on Newcastle to win. I think Manchester City right now are too strong. The way they've been playing, the confidence they have, and I feel like Pep Guardiola, as intense as a manager he is right now, he'll be telling the players right now, look, we are 5 points ahead of Liverpool. We can literally try put this title race away by October. I know that's not realistic, but he'll be telling the players right now, like, we can't let the foot off the gas because this is a golden opportunity. Liverpool always push us, but if we can do this right now, it won't be a problem in the back end when the World Cup approaches this season. So going into this game, St. James's Park is going to be a raucous atmosphere. It's going to be an intense game. But at the end of the day, I feel like Haaland is going to have so much space to drive in behind to show his burst of acceleration, which really punished West Ham. So I'm going to be predicting a 3-1 victory for Manchester City away from home.